secretary, and then we'll take it on.
Yeah, Michael just called, right there by the red light.
Is that the Lake City
Sitting
thing?
there.
No,
Is that
here's the Lake
tonight?
City, that's the,
Is there band
Get it on
or
Santa
anything?
Teresa, turn it around.
I mean, they're volleyball coaches?
no.
Okay.
Picture
They're-
of what, me
Susan.
and you, and I'm gonna say,
And that, and
just kind of wave.
And they have pop.
he was supposed to be a drummer. So we're supposed to have someone.
Well, you can have,
Y'all know I put the home section on there. It's like, it's a whole different business.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you ready?
Ready, let's do it, buddy.
We'll call the November meeting of the Andrews County Board of Education to order. You'll stand. Our pledge now be led by Glenda Langenberg.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Do we have retired teachers?
Yes, yes,
Here?
yes.
All right.
Patsy Thurman.
Recognition of guests, we have just one retired teacher,
Patsy Thurman.
Patsy Turner.
I had an announcement.
Oh, okay.
I'm Patsy Thurman. I'm president of the Anderson County Clinton City Retired Teachers. And we're sponsoring an event December 7th. We're asking Dr. Derek Black to come. He's a product of our school system. And in fact, he credits our teachers with his success. He's written a book called Schoolhouse Burning, Public Education and the Assault on American Democracy. And the whole first chapter is when he talks about the teachers in Anderson County that actually kept him from falling through the cracks and lifted him up and helped him know more than he realized about himself. But he went on to become an attorney. He specializes in educational law and he teaches that at the University of South Carolina. We are having him here and we wanted to invite the board. That's so down. He will be in the Little Theater of Clinton High School December 7th at 5 o'clock. And we're trying to have lots of retired teachers and active teachers. And I just was speaking to the library board and they said, is the public invited? Yes, yes, yes. We want everybody to come that will because we're getting him from far off. And so we want to justify his presence there with a pretty good audience. But you know, the legislature seems to be doing nothing but trying to tear apart public education, and he is a huge proponent of that. And he talks about through history, public education is just it lays the grounds for our country. So we'd love to have you come.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Any other guests? Looks like regular crowd, right? We're glad to have you. No one has registered to be heard tonight. Just since we don't have anybody, I'll remind everybody listening that there is a process to be heard here. You do have to contact the central office to apply to speak before the board. So, next item is approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second. Motion and second to approve agenda. Any discussion? Not all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Done. Next item is the consent agenda. Any items to be removed from it for discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve consent agenda.
Motion and second to approve the consent agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Next item is executive approval. The only item there is the sale of the Life Development Center. We sent our proposal to the city. They offered $350,000 for the property and we accepted. So that is in process now. So
I talked to Jay Yeager today, and he said he'd have that paperwork done on Monday. Just go ahead and start sending it out.
great.
I'll make a motion we approve the executive approval action.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the offer from City of Oak Ridge for the sale of the Life Development Center for $350,000. Any discussion? Not all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Thank you. Comments from the chair. I would like to say a big thank you to ASAP of Anderson for their presentation they gave to us Monday night on drugs. I learned some things. So glad to know I don't know much about drugs, so I hope everybody else learned something too, and that was worth our time. We will be heading to Nashville for the Tennessee School Board Association Annual Convention before we meet again, so just remind everybody if your schedules are changing, make sure Alexis knows, so we're not paying for rooms we're not using. And also, we've got some folks leading a workshop on our new Teacher Institute, so that's kind of fun, that will be part of the program. Anderson County will be part of the program. So.
And you have 2 board members that are going to receive.
Yes, we
Level 5.
do. We will recognize those. We have some awards that we'll be receiving as a board. So. Next is Above and Beyond Awards. Everybody has those with them. Mr. Bell, we'll start with you over there.
Okay. I
Most is
have
perfect attendance.
Sarah Fox of Grand Oaks Elementary School.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did I say?
Above and beyond.
Above and beyond.
Oh, sorry.
Perfect attendance. Yeah.
Perfect attendance.
Say it again.
Sorry.
Sarah Fox, Grand Oaks Elementary School. Uh,
I have Emily Meadows, preschool.
All right.
I have-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I have Jamie Seagal from preschool and Stephanie Curley, Lake City Middle School.
All right. Alicia Braden from Fairview Elementary and Ethan Palmer from Clinton High School.
Jessica Knight at Norris Elementary and Andrea Corriga from Norris Elementary.
And I have Tammy Overton from the preschool program.
And I have April Budge from Clinton Middle School.
All right, those are our perfect attendance folks. They'll get a check. Next item is Above and Beyond.
The Above and Beyond this month is for the superintendents, and so what the schools do, we don't actually give the superintendents or the directors anything, so what they do is they do something for the community. So they, some of our schools are doing food banks, some of the schools are doing Thanksgiving baskets, some of them, I think one of them's going out and doing shoes and things like that. So it's a time in November to give back to the community. So they do it in honor of the superintendent and of the director's staff. So we're excited about that.
All right.
Do they use new items or used items?
Yeah, new items.
New.
Yes,
That's
yes,
nice.
yes.
Well, I'd like to say this, our director goes above and beyond, and I don't have any canned food to give you or anything, but
Well,
but
appreciate it.
I would like to, for everyone to know that he's doing a great job, and we argue some, and all of us do, but in the end, most time he's right. It's irritating sometimes. But you do a great job.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Well, I appreciate the board allowing me to work for them, and I love my job, and I love this school system, and I fight for it every day.
Yes, sir. All righty. Speaking of our students, next item is the comments from our student board members. Did y'all flip a coin? See who goes first? Yeah, if you want to pull that mic over.
You just,
I
Well,
don't
no,
know.
they won't be on the camera, I'm
It-
sorry. We do like people.
Yeah.
So people at home can see you too.
All right, good evening, Mr. Chairman and Board. We at Anderson County High School are really relishing this fall weather that we've been having. It's been fantastic to be outside recently. So our football games, our homecoming events, our girls' sports that are winding down, and everyone is having a lot of fun and enjoying being in high school and allowing each other to participate in these opportunities. Regarding sports, our football team is doing pretty good. They're undefeated in region play and are playing their second round in the region tournaments tomorrow against Elizabethton. Our girls' soccer team finished with a region championship and advanced all the way to the state championship. Did not win the state, but got really, really far. Our girls' volleyball team finished top 4 in the state overall, and then our cross-country teams with our boys and our girls finished top 10 in the state. props to all of those athletes. As a student body as a whole, we enjoyed our homecoming week activities that I alluded to last time. A lot of people dressed up, a lot of people had fun, and homecoming Friday night was just a blast. Halloween was fun with our trick-or-treat and getting everybody outside and connected, and of course, candy, which makes everything better.
Yeah.
As looking forward to our holiday season, we're excited for all the events that happen then, more dresses, more candy, best of all the worlds. And of course our breaks, and our exceptional Thanksgiving break that we get off for a week. Thank you, board, for that. We really appreciate it. And thank you again for just allowing us to do these fun things at our schools while still learning and still growing as students. Thank you.
Good evening, board. First off, I want to highlight our senior class. All of our seniors, 90%, almost all of them, have applied for the Tennessee Promise Scholarship. So super proud of that. They are on it. And then I want to highlight some students who engaged in community service through the middle school and elementary basketball games, successfully raising funds for the Education Foundation's teacher grant. So shout out to them. And then I want to highlight, of course, Hoppy Merriman for conducting after-hours appointments with over 50 10th grade families to review pre-ACT scores and make sure those rise. And then I want to highlight our band. They received second place out of 21 bands at the Volunteer Classic. And then in the FFA, they celebrated success with 4 class winners and 1 champion drive for showmanship. And then finally, I want to recognize Junior Achievement of East Tennessee for really engaging and collaborating with our students. This month, they had our students participate in the Stock Market Challenge, which allowed students to go into BizTown and trade stocks as if they were really in the stock market. And then later this month, we're sending students to Miss Business, an event that empowers female students through inspirational speakers and the development of essential professional career skills. So that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you.
All right,
Good job.
thank you. Good to know what's going on at our high schools. Thank you. I meant to mention, but we've got under our consent agenda, we passed a resolution honoring the Lake City Middle School girls volleyball team who made it to the state tournament. So while we're bragging on schools, but they will be honored at a game later on. We figured they would just be too boring for them to come up here. Director's report.
Yes, thank you, Chairman. Just a few things tonight. Some kind of good news. Our enrollment is up 27 students from last month. That's always good when you can raise enrollment and or it stays steady. So we're still down some from last year, but that is making up ground. The other thing is I have just finished up all of my principal evaluations. I go out to all the schools and the secondary and elementary directors. We go out and walk through the schools and go through the classrooms. And as a board, I hope you get time sometime this year to go and visit some of our schools. Our teachers and staff are doing such an amazing job. The kids are learning so much. They're engaged. They are. It's just good for your soul to go in and see them. And I wish people that think public education didn't do a good job, that they would come and visit our schools. They would be totally changed. Just a thing that I want to also talk about is, as you know, Teresa had a couple of months ago, she was talking about the little volume, the speakers and everything. And so we've had some installed at Lake City Middle School and went in and saw the students and the teachers used them. They have the handheld mic. It's amazing how much clearer they can talk. So though that was a real need in some of our classes, so thank you for bringing that up. The softball field, all of the concrete is poured. The sod has been ordered. The fence, just as soon as the sod gets down, the fence gets down. We're still waiting on Clinton City. We were hoping to have a building permit today. I called and Roger, and he said, well, we're off tomorrow. I didn't know tomorrow's a holiday for them, so they're off tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have that on Monday and we'll get started. Kind of puts us a little behind the 8 ball, but we're still making a whole lot of progress on that. Last order is some fun things that I get to do is, as you know, when our schools are level 5 schools, that means they are the highest in growth in the state. And we had 3 of them this year, was Grand Oaks Elementary School, Clinton High School, and Claxton Elementary School. So we got to take them cake and ice cream. So yesterday was the last one we did, Clinton High School, and get cake and ice cream for them. So it's a fun day.
It was Grand Oaks and Claxton. And
Grand Oaks, Claxton, and Clinton High School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about Fairview?
Had a lot of level 4, but they were not level 5 this year.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
We still don't know the designation from either reward school or something like that. The state has, we had a principals meeting today. The state has changed the whole way we get our accountability, and it's going to a letter grade, and they're changing the accountability on stuff that happened last year. And so it doesn't make sense when you change accountability after the game's already completed. It's like you won the game, but now we're changed it. No, you didn't win the game. So it's one of those things. And I just have to say this. I hope that the board will support a resolution at some time in the December board meeting that we would go against vouchers. That I've talked to some county commissioners that have asked us if we would be, and I think pretty much you all will be for
They're
that.
really ramping that up.
They are really ramping that up, and I think this A to F is just another way to put a negative spin on public education in our state, to where they can say, oh, well, look, you've got some schools, C's, D's, and F schools in all districts, and we just need to do it district-wide, statewide. So I hate that's happened. I wish they would come and visit our schools, and they would see that there's no need for vouchers.
Well, let's clarify, who is they that's, the state?
Well, the governor and his,
Okay, not our county commissioner.
No, not our county
no,
commissioners.
no,
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 our
no.
county commissioners are going to
I
go.
just wanted to make sure everybody knew we're not
No, not
talking
Yeah,
about county
no.
commissioner.
I think county commissioner is going to have one of those resolutions too. I've
Good.
had some of our county commissioners say that.
How about Tennessee Department of Education? Are they?
They're controlled by the governor.
They're controlled by the governor. Yep, he hires the commissioner. The commissioner of education in Tennessee has never spent a day in a classroom as a classroom teacher. That should tell you where their
The priorities.
priorities are.
They got a new one since Penny Swing. There's a
Yes.
new one in there.
Well, when the Governor Lee ran, that, he said that he was for vouchers, so
Yes.
it's not a huge surprise
No.
for him.
No, that's all
Okay.
could I make a comment? I went to the Veterans Day program at Claxton today. So I'm sure there may be some more tomorrow if anybody gets a chance to go to those. It was very nice. And I did mention this to the music teacher. The 5th grade put on the program, and she involved so many of those students, gave them speaking parts and carrying the flags. She had a lot of involvement of the student body. I thought that was good.
We go to other districts, and I've had some people that have been out and went to some conferences and things like that, and they come back and talk about how Anderson County, we have music, we have art, we have technology, we have SROs, we have nurses, we have counselors, we have all that in every school. And a lot of schools, social workers, things like that, and a lot of school systems just don't have that.
Especially Career and Technical Center.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah. Second to none.
it's right.
Yep. We could talk about how good Anderson County
We
Schools
could.
is all night.
All righty, we're down to the workshop. Workshop met Monday night. I think everything is under our action items that we handled. So first item there would be the financial report.
Okay. On Monday night, we went over appropriations 1A through 1H
And talking to
and
death.
talked them to death. That was it. Yep.
So move we approve of 1A through 1H.
And I'll second that.
There's a motion and a second to approve appropriations 1A through 1H. Any discussion? Roll call vote?
Mr. Bale,
Aye.
Mr. Gillen-Waters,
Aye.
Ms. Langdenberg,
Aye.
Mr. McCamey,
Aye.
Ms. Portwood,
Aye.
Ms. Williams.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Next item are the transfers.
We also had transfers 2A through 2G, and again, we went over all these in in detail on Monday night.
I move we approve 2A
Second.
through 2G.
Second.
Motion and second to approve transfers 2A through 2G. Any discussion? Not all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Right, we do have one resolution for a transfer, and that is that, is it on the slate? It's a separate one.
Yeah, it's on, yeah.
Okay. And that is to fund the Federal Projects Fund. So we have a bank account that we draw on, and because of slow turnaround on reimbursements, sometimes that account gets drained, and that gives us an audit finding. So this resolution will put $1.125 million from the General Purpose School Fund into the federal grants. We're not spending any money, just putting it there so we can use it. So that is this resolution. The resolved part, what I just said, it says that Anderson County Board of Education meeting in, this is back to call, regular session this 9th day of November, and the County Commission will also approve this meeting on the 20th day of November 2023, that the General Purpose School Fund shall transfer $1.125 million to the school federal projects funds, and that money will transfer will remain in the school federal projects fund as a designated fund balance from the General Purpose School Fund, and may be repaid at any time as noted in a resolution passed by the Board of Education and County Commission. Resolution will take effect on November the 20th. So.
And we'll make sure that gets changed. There were some changes at the Budget Committee, there were some changes tonight, and we had to bring them back, so we're working on that, getting all
We
that
have
changed.
to approve that resolution?
Yes,
We
yes.
do. So.
I move we approve.
Second.
Motion and second to approve this resolution. Any discussion? Not all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Next item.
Is
Policies.
policies.
You want to do those, Scott?
No, I want you to do this.
Oh, okay.
You're still the policy guru. You try to get out of it, but
We have 4 policies tonight to submit for first reading. We have revenues, 2.400, fundraising activities, 2.601, debit cards, credit cards, and credit lines, this is the new one, 2.8051, and honorific classification, 4.602. These 4 policies were reviewed by the appropriate department heads, Dr. Parrott and myself, and for the recommendations and changes, and I would submit these 4 policies for approval on first reading.
Second.
all right. Motion second to approve all 4 policies, A, B, C, and D on first reading. Any discussion? We did talk about these Monday night. So. All right. Not all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That's done. Item C simply requires us to have a person who is designated as our legislative representative, and Joe has volunteered to do that, so we're going to accept her her willingness to do that, and we'll let TSBA know that she's going to be our legislative representative. Next item is the LEA compliance report.
This is something we do every year. We have our principals that go through a list of all the things they have to do, and to make sure we're in compliance with all their state laws and regulations. And they have completed this. Mr. Deal has a signed copy from all the principals, and this is just, the board has to approve that also.
So move.
Second?
Motion and second to approve the Local Education Authority compliance report.
Yep.
And it is very extensive. I'll tell you, Greg's been working hard. So that is, we've got a motion and a second to approve that. Any discussion? Not all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That is done. Next item, CEP election.
Yep. Here, this one, I am excited about this one. Miss Burrell and Miss Owens have been really working on this. This is something you brought back to us earlier in the year because, as you know, two of our schools, Norris Elementary and Anderson County High School, are the only schools that don't eat free in our district. And they have come up with a plan that we can do a pilot from starting in January through the end of the school year because the feds have lowered the threshold from 40% down to 25%. Now, the only problem with that, the money that they send us back is lower, and so we've got to figure out how much funding that's going to cost us. But there is Miss Burrell has enough in her account to take care of that. So if you all approve this, then we will get the ball rolling, and every student in Anderson County come January the 4th will eat free.
I so moved.
I second that, yeah.
All right, motion second to approve this community eligibility program.
Is that for breakfast?
That's breakfast and lunch, yes.
Yep. Thank you, Margaret, for your work
Yes.
on that. Yep.
Well, we're happy to do it.
Sure, absolutely.
Related.
All right. We have motion second. Any other discussion? Not all in favor, say aye. Of course, no one is opposed. All right, our TISA plan.
The next one is a accountability TISA plan, and if you get bored and you want to read through this plan, you're more than welcome. But what it is, it mirrors our school improvement plan that we have to do each year. But this is part of when they went from the BE funding to TISA funding. It said we have to put our goals in here and you all have to approve it. We did send this out for public comment, and we've had some comments come back from that, and that was part of that. So we are all in compliance with our new TISA accountability template.
You need a motion?
Yes.
I make a motion we approve the TISA plan.
Second.
Motion second to approve the TISA plan. Any discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That's done. The tenure list.
I apologize because I forgot and left this off, and we have to do it in the November one, so we put this on here. So all of these, I make a recommendation to the board that the board approve all of these teachers. They have satisfied all of the requirements for tenure in Anderson County schools.
All right. Is there a motion to accept the recommendation?
So move.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the director's recommendation, these teachers to become tenured. Any discussion?
I have a question on the Stephen Lambert, the hire date. Was he here before?
He
with
was
the
here
tenure?
before, yeah, he was here before and had
before.
tenure, yes.
And-
And if they come, after that first year, they receive tenure back.
So they have to work 1 year and that's
Yep.
it.
Yes. We may see, come back, if he doesn't beat Elizabethton on Friday night, we may want to come back and see
And
something.
have we-
Yeah,
renege on that?
Yeah, we
Into that.
renege on that. So,
What
That guy.
happens if Clinton beats Oak Ridge?
well, they'll probably burn Oak Ridge down.
Just
We'll
don't
have
get
the
my house.
goalpost in
Yeah,
the Clinch
yeah,
River.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I guess we need to vote.
All right, yep, yep.
Oh, sorry.
Any other discussion or snide remarks about it?
Sorry about that, Chairman.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That's done. Anything else to come before the board tonight? If not, we'll be adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Damn.
Casey.
You asked for,